As I continue exploring the French defense with you, today I'm going to talk about a quite original and different idea that leads to very sharp battles. And I'm talking about lines where you place the knight on c6 just in front of your c pawn without allowing c5. In this particular video, I'm talking about the Guimard against the Guimard variation. This is a viewer's request. He wanted me to talk about lines with knight c6, and I really like the challenge. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in the video, I'm gonna show you the key ideas of the Guimard. Also, I'm gonna tell you the risks of playing the Guimard, what are the dangerous lines, some of the dangerous lines. And for a future video, I'm gonna share a game I played long ago that it was a crazy game. But for today's, I'm just going to go through the surface of the line. Hopefully you're gonna like it. So let's get into it. e4, e6, the French defense, d4, d5, and the super popular Guimard variation, knight d2. Yeah, they play knight d2 to avoid the pin. Yeah, knight c3 may be met with bishop b4. And yeah, this might be annoying, or even really is really interesting for both sides. But I understand that not everybody is up to the challenge, and knight d2 is a way to defend e4. So now knight c6 attacking d4 right away, but mysteriously leaving this pawn behind. Yeah, this pawn is supposed to be about to attack white center. For instance, what I give in my course is a6 followed by c5, and yeah, a6 is a way to avoid bishop b5. Once we play c5, white needs to play and wants to play bishop b5 very often. So playing a6 is, yeah, we're sacrificing a tempo, but for a very specific reason. So okay, let's get back into the Guimard, knight c6. So we are attacking d4, and the most natural way to defend it is knight f3. Okay, everything is under control. Playing c3 allows e5. Yeah, creates an interesting central tension. And yeah, this one is supposed to be okay for black. Knight f6, e5. Yeah, bishop d3, for instance, may run into knight b4, and this is really annoying. So it's normal to play e5, knight d7, and here we are. This is the kind of position we're looking for. We are going to attack e5 by playing f6. Yeah, we are going to approach the central problem in a completely different way. So we are going to first take care of e5 and later of d4. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the main idea with a line. So now, for instance, if they play bishop e2, we may continue with f6. f6 immediately attacking e5, it takes f6, queen takes f6. Yeah, this is the idea. We're supposed to take with queen, not with knight. Of course, not with pawn. Yeah, with pawn here, the king would be really weak. So we capture with the queen, and we're immediately attacking d4. So let's imagine they play c3, and here we can already play e5. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of white center if they capture d takes e5, knight takes e5, knight takes e5, knight takes e5. And as you can see, we are the one with a central pawn, and our pieces are getting into the game easily. Bishop c5, castle, or c6, bishop d6, castle. Yeah, we're a few moves away from castling and have a very important central pawn and free pieces. Yeah, our pieces are, yeah, have absolutely no problems. We can also play it in a different way. We can also try to castle first, something like bishop d6, castle, castle. Now we're about to play e5, but they may play something like knight b3, yeah, threatening bishop d5, and also trying to put pressure on d5. e5, d takes e5, then d5 will fall, and yeah, it's not clear that we will have any compensation. So we have to keep improving our position. h6 seems to be okay. We are going to prepare e5, and I don't know, it's difficult for white. Yeah, they are running out of normal moves. Probably sometimes they play c4 to attack this one, and we can capture and try to play king h8 and a future e5. This can be the most normal, but we can also keep the tension with something like b6, bishop b7, and open the diagonal in the right moment. We are not fearing c5. c5 is pretty controlled, and of course c takes d5, e takes d5 seems to be easy to play. Bishop b7, knight e7, c5. I guess we're having a normal position. So if they keep developing a little bit, I would say aimlessly, with bishop e3, we play knight e7, defending d5 and preparing e5. Now e5 is coming, so bishop d3, we may play e5 already, or keep improving our overall position, overall piece coordination with b6, to rook e1, bishop b7, queen e2, rook a e8, bishop c2, and knight f5. Yeah, so we are about to play e5 now. Yeah, the bishop is attacked, and you can see all our pieces are really playing an important role. This one gets into the king, and sometimes we may play c5, so our bishop will be also an important piece. So this is more or less what we want. We want to destroy white center by applying a different sort of pressure. If you've seen my videos and you find the ideas I'm sharing with you interesting, please consider subscribing, as is the best way you can support the channel. Thank you very much. Yeah, bishop e2, f6. The reality is that all of this is not easy at all. E takes f6, queen takes f6. A very popular move is knight f1. The idea is that we cannot play e5 because of knight e3, and yeah, the pawn is attacked, and this one, the game is going to open white's favor. So in this kind of position, we have to play differently, something like bishop d6, knight e3. The knight is really well placed. It's a really sophisticated maneuver. They are getting to g4, we castle, and yeah, they castle. So now they are getting to g4 and to e5 sometimes, but they are also able to play c4. So this is getting a little bit annoying. A way to deal with it is queen g6 with the intention of facing c4 with knight f6. This is the main line. This is complex. It's really hard to assess. Yeah, the engine likes white. Other more enterprising ideas after e5, knight d7 are, for instance, bishop b5. Yeah, bishop b5 is an interesting one. They want to put pressure here and here, but curiously we can even play a6, and if they take, bishop takes e6, b takes e6, we're gonna play c5. This one is something I love, really. c5, c3, and we can use the double c pawns to attack white center, and this can be nice. I don't know if this is the way to do it, or if first we should play something like a5 or even bishop e7 without hurrying. We have a beautiful bishop pair. This one is gonna play an important role in no time. So yeah, bishop b5 is a pleasant one to meet, I guess. The other one is bishop d3, yeah, placing the bishop in a very natural spot. And now we can play f6 as usual, or knight b4, trying to force the bishop back and switch to the normal c5, c3, and knight c6. This is something that we are already in normal territories. If we want to keep the character of the Guimard, playing f6 makes more sense, but this one is dangerous because, among others ideas, we have to face the possibility of this queen getting to h5. So they may play knight h4, trying to get to h5, or they may play even the more aggressive knight g5, trying to play queen h5. It's not so easy, of course, but it is really dangerous. King e7, knight f3 is really strong. They are going to capture. Even if we play h6, they may capture. Bishop takes and queen takes. So this position is really hard to play. Rather than capturing on g5, the move must be knight d e5 first, so we can get d7 for our king, d takes e5, f takes g5, queen h5, and king d7. So this position is super crazy. Our king is getting to the queen side, looking for a shelter, and yeah, we're attacking e5. So if they play knight f3, we may sacrifice the g pawn. So playing something like knight b4, bishop takes g5, knight takes d3, check, c takes d3, and queen e8. They are not going to trade queens, they are going to play against our king because yeah, we have some coordination issues. So here, yeah, this is a super interesting position where we have the bishop pair and a nice center, and well, the position is a little bit close, so our king is not running into an immediate threat, but with time the c file might become dangerous. They may advance before b5 sometimes, so this one is really risky. Yeah, the Guimard is a risky choice. The other typical moves are c3, they are waiting for f6 and they play bishop b5. So as a way to keep a pawn on e5, f takes e5, d takes e5, and this kind of position is, well, interesting. We play bishop e7 and castle, or an early h6 to break the pin, but this one is slightly better for white. Really interesting, really a tense position. Other alternative is knight b3 rather than c3. This one is really popular. The most principal is bishop e2, knight b3 also. Knight b3 is really a popular line, and yeah, bishop d3 can be dangerous if we get into a crazy theoretical line. All in all, the Guimard variation is a fascinating battleground with so much complexity. Yeah, we are going to face risk if we play it, so that's what we are looking for. If we play the Guimard, we are going to play a difficult game, but the downside is that already is so analyzed, there is so much theory. If you face a well-prepared opponent, this can get really dangerous. I challenge you to play the Guimard. If you have an interesting game with it, please don't be shy and share it with us. As you can see, this video was the result of a viewer's request, so I highly encourage you to leave me some comments. Yeah, ask me about the lines you would like me to talk about, so we can keep this conversation going on. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you next time. Goodbye.